The Horde. By far, this is the largest malefactor that we have witnessed. It is unclear to us if the Horde is unique or if we have simply never seen more than one at a time. It seems like a distant, much larger cousin to the Borrower, but obviously more deadly and destructive. This gigantic malefactor appears to have countless small animal heads sprouting from its body, evoking a mob or horde come to visit their uncontrollable anger upon the unwary.
It's always better to hunt on your own terms and on your own ground. And when you know your quarry has no choice where to go, that's when the hunt is over.
Only the greatest stars can withstand the harsh words of the critics. It's time to listen to your reviews, Talk.
I admire your skill in the hunt, though you could use some refinement.
I'll give you that. You know how to smack the skeezers. But not quite like me.
And I have been treating you for so very long, relatively speaking. Let us begin with that fine fellow Hejira. You remember him, don't you?
I thank you for getting me this far.
Smashing work, Talk. But he was a fairly easy one, wouldn't you say? Truly a man who could handle himself.
Eastern Correctional Machine Shop. The goal of Eastern's most notorious warden, Raymond Elroy, was to keep his inmates as miserable as possible, something accomplished largely through the hard labor forced on them in the machine shop. There was little regard for their safety, with disastrous results. For instance, one day, the valves on the smelters melted off and completely incinerated a number of inmates. The stench of burnt human flesh has never left that room. The Legend of the Creeper. The police. Blackmore's drowning pool. It seems the entire city of Baltimore shakes at the mention of the name Blackmore. The notorious drug lord has taken over most of East Baltimore's drug trade, viciously disposing of his enemies in his infamous underground drowning pool. Perhaps the fact that hardly anyone has ever met him is part of his secret. He lives almost as a legend, only visible out of the corner of an eye, looming over the city like a specter of pure evil.
our crosses to bear. You remember poor Kyle?
That's the... yeah.
Sick junkie. You may have helped, but to what end?
Moving right along, were you more helpful when the subject was someone a bit more easy on the eyes? Do you remember Consuela?
Help me! Please!
Right, wrong, who cares? What I want to know is, how could you resist that sweet meat?
Now then, do you remember an optimistic fellow saddled with the nickname of Junior? I wonder, did Warden Elroy II know of your previous crimes?
I owe you, Torque. Big time.
You're so good. I would have done him up nice, just to see if he liked it like that. He looks like the type.
Not exactly the most brave you'd find, but he was a strong man. How do you react to other strong men?
Bloody hell! I'd say thank you, but at this point, I don't know if you did me a favor. None of us are gonna live forever, are we?
I admire professional men, but I would not lift a finger to help someone who shirks his responsibilities.
Now, last but far from least, your dear friend Miles. Feel your mind drift back to that moment in his cell block when it all came to a head.
And what the fuck is up with you, my man? First I hear this, I can't believe I say no way. Not my man, Torque.
What made him so very angry at you? And what happened to him there? Your inaction hardly seems worth commenting on, but he seems to have found out your original sin. Thoughts?
You are a consummate professional, and your choices mean our final confrontation is inevitable. Which of us is the better at our craft? We will leave no doubt. It has been a pleasure pursuing a prey as worthy as you, but every good deed must end. I do suspect there might be miles to go before run and hide. Never. What are you, man or animal? Who owned your great-grandfather? Your great-grandmother? It is likely that I was once commissioned by their master. If that is true, this is a generation. You're near done. Miles to go. Your beloved, common. Before you, they were the greatest heroes. So now, I know the feeling.
Now, my little one, let me show you something special. In my game, I needed somewhere people could be taught a lesson.
They were pretty bad people, huh?
Oh yes, very bad. Cheaters, liars, fools. I'd tie them up first, and in they would go.
Could they get out?
No, that was the whole idea. They'd choke on the filth and waste in there, and they'd learn.
Damn!
Now, who have you brought with you there?
My little brother, Malcolm. Dumbass.
He's just in your way, isn't he?
Yeah, most times.
You'll never get far in the game with him holding you back. Go on. Shove him in. Teach him.
I don't know.
Think about it. What would your father do?
No! I won't do it! I'll never do it!
Too bad he has such a loser for a role model. But he's still cramping my game.
Dad! Where are you?
alive? You're the first thing I've seen come out of that hole with four normal limbs. I thought you were either dead or were going to turn into something else any minute. Pleased to meet you. I'm Rance Truman.
He seems eccentric, but harmless.
He will ruin you.
He's not what he seems.
Bleed him out. Splatter his brains. Kill, kill, kill.
You were an abbot, just like me. I can tell from the pants, of course, but also your eyes. The eyes can't hide what they have seen.